Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nasya and Ramadhanti, and in this opportunity, I will tell you about my unforgettable experience. This is an experience that I will never forget for the rest of my life, and that I will even tell my future children about. This accident happened when I was 5 years old. In the afternoon, our family went to the supermarket to buy Eid supplies. Coincidentally, it was getting closer to Eid al-Fitr. Around 2 p.m., we went to the supermarket by car. Initially, my mother wore a brown shirt, but because there was a part that was torn, my mother finally bought a new white t-shirt and wore it straight away. My brother, my mother, and my father are busy choosing the item that will be used to prepare for Eid al-Fitr. Not even an hour later, I was bored and took my father and brother to look at the toys on the second floor, while my mother still hadn't finished shopping. When I arrived on the second floor, I immediately ran to release my father's hand and headed to the toy shop and was busy choosing without paying attention to my father. After about 30 minutes, I found the toy I want. I immediately looked for my father to pay it. After searching in various corners on the second floor, I couldn't find it. I started to panic. Without thinking, I immediately went down to the first floor to meet my mother, but it turned out that she wasn't there either. I started to panic and I cried at the supermarket until finally a security guard came to me and took me to the receptionist. There, I was asked to state the name, address, and characteristic of my parents' clothes. There, I mispronounced the color of my mother's clothes. As I remember, my mother was still wearing brown clothes before changing into white clothes. The receptionist immediately announced the missing information, and I and a security guard went around near the receptionist while looking for my parents. Not long after, my father, my brother, and my mother came to pick me up. It turned out they were already frantically looking for me. Since then, I didn't dare to go far from my father and my mother when I was in a large area, and I won't let go of my parents' hands when I'm in a crowded place.